What is my inspiration for what? Whose?
Golden Boy.
Oh, good God, Golden Boy. Holy moly. You know, that was the very first show I ever did. Yeah. And there was no inspiration other than somebody called me on the phone and said, "You want to do this?" I was like, "Sure." When I did Golden Boy, I had no idea what I was doing. I mean, literally and metaphysically and everything. I didn't know anything about anime. I didn't know what it was. I didn't know how to spell it. And so I really didn't know what I was doing. I mean, literally. So I was doing these voices. And they're like, "Well, that was great." I'm like, "Okay, whatever. What the hell did I just do? Who watches this stuff?" You know. And back then, it was, of course, that was about 1996. So it was a very young industry at that point. And yeah, so the inspiration was literally a phone call. I mean, it was, "You want to do this?" I mean, when you do voice work, you know, they hire you. You're like, "Yeah, I'll do it." And so there wasn't any deep, you know, let me take time to get into character and all that. It was just, "Can you do this?" "Yeah, sure." You know, so anyway. Yeah, let's go to this side. We'll come back over here. Yeah, in the back. What is my favorite anime? My favorite, you know, Full Metal is great. I love watching that. I will say I'm very particular to the shows that I directed, which are not as hugely popular, I don't know, but like Air Gear.
Yeah!
I love doing Air Gear. Welcome to the NHK, which I love because it kind of makes fun of the entire genre. I mean, it pokes fun of itself, you know. But also, both those shows were my last two shows to direct when I was at ADV, and that we just had so much fun. When you do it, you know, right? So you have to match what the voice does, but you also have to match what the lips do. And if you watch anime in Japanese, you know, they don't sync it up necessarily. So American stuff, we try to really sync it up and make it look as close as possible. So you have to, sometimes you'll run into like wayward flaps. They're like, where did that, you know, what, I don't even know what they said. And there was one in Welcome to the NHK where they go to this island, and it's Suicide Island. And our hero doesn't know that they're all there to commit suicide. He's just hot after this girl, Hitomi. And they're there, and everyone's so down and depressed. They're just like, yeah, whatever. And he's talking to this one guy, and he's just a downer. And as he gets up, he just walks off, and the shot is, the camera's looking this way, and I can't think of his name. Who's the hero in? Sato, yeah. So he's sitting there, and this other guy's in the back, way back in the background, and he just bums Sato out. And Sato walks up, and he goes, and there was no Japanese, there was nothing. It was just like, well, what the hell is that? So we just ad-libbed it. And Kyle Jones, actually, it wasn't Sato. Sato bummed the other guy out. That's what it was. And the other guy goes, anyway. So we just came up with this line, and he goes, douchebag. So the shows that I directed are really some of my favorites. Those are the ones I really love to do. Yeah. Yes. And first you, and then you.
What would you like to do in Gendo Akari?
What was it like doing Gendo Akari?
Yeah.
Freaking awesome. Gendo he's such a fun character. And I actually, you know, I replaced another actor, Tristan McCavery, who did the original, and they wanted to replace him. So Matt Greenfield asked me, you know who Matt Greenfield is? Yeah. You know who Tiffany Grant is?
Yeah.
Two awesome people. Let me tell you how awesome Seattle is. I'm down at Pike's Place today, sitting in a restaurant, having a beer, looking out over Puget Sound, and this waitress comes up to me and goes, "How y'all doing?" We're doing fine. It's like, we started talking, and she goes, "Where are you from?" I said, "I'm from Houston." She goes, "Oh, I've got a sister that lives in Houston." I said, "Really?" She goes, "Yeah, she does voice work. Her name is Tiffany Grant." That's how awesome Seattle is. All right, you got a question?
Are you working currently on 3.33 of the Montgomery, the newest movie coming out?
Yeah, it's coming up.
Yeah, awesome.
I'm sorry?
This year?
It's coming up. Yeah.
That's awesome.
I really liked you as Search Allegory.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
Chevalier?
what was that?
Le Chevalier?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you feel about animated based on history and then characters?
How do I feel about what?
Like animated kind of starts historical and then gets all crazy and magical and.
Well, I think it's fantastic. I think it's probably the way it really happened. Kind of like Abe Lincoln killing vampires, No, I think it's cool. I mean, anytime you put something historical, you take something and put it into insert it into a funky genre, I think it's great. I think it's hilarious, and it's a lot of fun. What I really love about doing pieces like Le Chevalier was I love doing period pieces where you get to do an accent. Another one, great example, I love doing, Black Butler? I'm Undertaker in Black Butler, and I loved doing, just period pieces like that, where, you get to, because you really get to stretch your voice, and you really get to do lots of different things, and, but I love doing that. I love Allegory. That was one of my favorite roles. Thank you for bringing that up. Yes, everyone here needs to watch that show. Okay, yeah, Luffy. One of my favorite bad guys is Gates from Full Metal Panic. Because he licks himself like a cat. And it was so much fun because I remember, in fact, my demo, I have that on there, and he's it's not funny, but it was. He's over the phone talking about how he's basically violating someone. And he just, "Oh, don't do that! Oh, no! Oh, she's begging for mercy! Oh, look at her drip! Oh, that's..." or whatever it was, I don't know. But it was really sick and twisted, and I loved it.